Today, we're going to learn how to play a card game called The Game. Don't let that simple name fool you, though. This cooperative challenge is deceptively tough. So, this is a cooperative game, which means you're all on the same team playing against the game itself. It works for 1 to 5 players, and your single shared goal is to play all 98 cards. This sounds pretty straightforward, right? Well, it takes some serious teamwork and a bit of clever strategy. In this quick explainer, you'll learn everything you need to know to jump right in and take on the challenge. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the objective. What are you actually trying to do? Well, your goal is super simple to understand, but it's pretty difficult to achieve. Your team's entire mission is to get rid of every single one of those 98 numbered cards by playing them onto 4 shared piles. If you can manage to do that, you've officially beaten the game. So how do you get started? Let's walk through the setup. Don't worry, it's really quick and easy. You're going to create 4 piles right in the middle of the table. 2 of them are your ascending piles, which start with the number 1 and go up. The other 2 are descending piles, which start at 100 and go down. These 4 piles are the only places you can play your cards. The setup is just a few simple steps. First, put those 4 starting row cards in the middle. Then give the 98 number cards a really good shuffle and place them face down. That's your draw pile. And finally, deal out the cards to each player. Now, how many cards everyone gets depends on the player count. If you're playing solo, you get 8 cards. For a 2-player game, you'll each get 7 cards. And for any game with 3 to 5 players, everyone starts with 6. Okay, the game is all set up. Now for the most important part, what do you actually do when it's your turn? Now, this is the number 1 rule you have to remember. On every single turn, you must play at least 2 cards from your hand. You can play more if you'd like, but you can never, ever play fewer than 2. You have total freedom to play your cards on any of those 4 piles. You can mix and match them however you want, just as long as you follow the rule for each specific pile. And the rules are really straightforward. For the 2 ascending piles, the ones that start at 1, you always have to play a card with a higher number. And for the 2 descending piles, the ones that start at 100, you have to play a card with a lower number. Simple as that. After you've played all your cards for the turn, you just need to fill your hand back up. You simply draw the same number of cards that you just played. So if you play 3 cards, you draw 3 new ones to end your turn. All right, now there's one very special move that lets you actually break the rules we just went over. It's called the backwards trick. And trust me, mastering this is the absolute key to winning. So how can you go backwards? How is it possible to play a lower number on a pile that's supposed to be going up or a higher one on a pile that's supposed to be going down? The answer is the backwards trick. This lets you play a card against the flow, but only if its value is exactly 10 different from the card that's currently on top of the pile. Here's a perfect example. On this ascending pile that's at 47, you could play a 37 to go backwards. And on a descending pile showing a 65, you could play a 75 to go back up. This trick is a total lifesaver for your team. So you'll keep taking turns, playing cards, and trying to survive as a team. But how does the game actually end? And more importantly, how do you know if you've won? The end game kicks in as soon as the draw pile runs out of cards. At that moment, a key rule changes. Now, you only have to play a minimum of 1 card per turn instead of 2. The game officially ends when a player starts their turn and simply cannot make a single legal play. So to see how well you did, just count up all the cards left in every player's hand. If that grand total is 9 or less, you can consider that an excellent result. You guys did great. But the ultimate goal, the perfect win, is to finish with 0 cards left in anyone's hand. If your team can manage to play all 98 cards, you have truly, officially beaten the game. Before we wrap this up, let's cover one last, very crucial tip. And this one is all about how you can talk to your teammates during the game. Communication is absolutely key, but it's also limited. You are allowed to give hints. You could say something like, hey, try to avoid this pile for a little while, or don't make a big jump on that one. The one thing you can never, ever do is say the exact numbers that are in your hand. That's the one big rule. And that's it. That is everything you need to know. The rules are simple, but the challenge is real. So work together, use that backwards trick wisely, and see if your team has what it takes. Now you're ready to play. Good luck.